What is going on, guys? Kind of full here with my Week 9 predictions. Last week I was 8-6, and it wasn't a great week. I kind of picked a lot of upsets, you could say, and it didn't really work out. As Patriots or Rams, as we saw, Patriots kind of pooped on them. So yeah. But yeah, as you see, the game of the week I decided is the Colts Dolphins. I will explain when I come to that game prediction and why I think it is the game of the week, which it should be considered, which it isn't. First game we had the 4-4 Cardinals versus the 5-3 Packers. Cardinals started 4-0. Packers started like 1-3. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers in this, with Jordy or without Jordy. The Cardinals' offense is bad. Yes, they have Larry Fitzgerald, but their running game is depleted. Their offensive line is a poo. So, and they didn't do anything at the trade deadline, which I thought they should have because they've lost 4 straight. So yeah, the Packers win this one. I don't think the Cardinals will have a chance unless that defense just gets a touchdown or two, which I don't know. But the Packers should win this game. If they don't, then I don't know. Next, we have the 3-4 Lions versus the 1-6 Jaguars. Jaguars are without their top 2 corners, Rasheed Mathis and Derek Cox. And the Lions, I think, are first in pass offense this year. They found the rhythm, and Calvin hasn't been part of it. So, Jaguars might be looking to cover him. I'm not sure if he actually plays because he's missed practice all week. I'm pretty sure he will go, but will he be limited? And so, Jaguars are going to lose. Lions are going to win. Lions are getting healthier every week, so it's going to help them a little bit in this pretty tough division looking at it. So, yeah, the Lions win it. The Jaguars, Blaine Gabbert's improved. A lot of people are saying that they should just get rid of him, but I've seen he's improved a lot. Last week he showed it. Didn't really fall or anything. He's improving really good, and I think they should give him another shot if they continue to lose games like they are. Next, we have the 6-1 Bears versus the 3-5 Tennessee Titans, who I don't know if they're the worst offense in the league. I think not the offense, defense. I'm not sure if Jay Glock or Matt Hasselbeck starts. I don't think it matters against the Bears. They're 6-1, and arguably I would say the best team in the league right now because even though their offensive line has been crap this year, they've been improving. That defense is awesome. So every team that goes against them is gonna struggle. Panthers showed last week that I was scared, man. I was like, wow, the Panthers are winning this game. The Bears are losing. Their defense is supposed to be all this good, but they made a comeback, so they kind of proved that they are the best team in the league right now. But yeah, like, the Bears should win this game, but seeing that Tennessee's a better team than Carolina right now. Carolina's defense has improved. It's weird because they lost Chris Gamble and John Beeson, Luke Kuichi, their draft pick, the first-round draft pick from last year, has been stellar at that. So, Carolina, the Bears didn't play a bad defense. They definitely improved somehow with these injuries to their top defensive players. So, I still take the Bears in this game. The Titans have a worse defense than the Panthers at the moment, but the Titans' offense, you could say, is a tad bit better. But the Bears should just walk away with this one with a win. It should be that boom simple. Next, we have the 4-3 Broncos versus the 3-4 Bengals. Interesting matchup here. Broncos shut down Drew Brees, you could say, last week. Their offense showed up, but you're playing the Saints, and Broncos fans better get ready for Peyton Manning, and every Bronco hater should get ready because the Broncos face some of the worst pass defenses in the league for the rest of the season. So they're a slightly overrated team at the moment, in my mind. The Bengals, one week they're really good, next week they're just terrible. Andy Dalton's thrown an interception the past 5 games. I don't know. This game's really hard to predict because the Bengals, like I said, they're one team this week, and next week they're another team. But I don't. It's a hard game for me to pick because I've been picking against the Broncos all year, while the Bengals are a sneaky team. Champ Bailey will be covering AJ Green, who's the top receiver in the league right now. I'm going to go with the Broncos in this one. I won't be surprised if the Bengals win it if AJ Green is able to get open. I'm going to go with the Broncos in this one. It's a tough decision for me because I don't it's the Bengals are such a hard team to predict this year. Next, we have the 1-6 Panthers versus the 3-5 Redskins. I think from here on out, the Panthers are going to be a different team because now they're going to a power run, which they should have been with. They decided to force Cam to pass the ball. So now they can run their option. They can, use Mike Tolbert more effectively in the blocking. D'Angelo Williams seems to be out of the rotation. Jonathan Stewart, who's the better running back, and I have him in fantasy. Glad I picked him up pretty late. He's going to be the starter now. He's really, really competent. Cam Newton, he's a really good receiving back. He's a really good running back. And they need to use him, and power running is kind of where he fits. And he's going against the Redskins, who's an overrated defense. The worst pass defense in the league. The run D has been kind of getting eaten apart the last couple of weeks. But the Redskins have RG3. But I'm going to go with the Panthers in this game. I think the Panthers' defense is improved, like I said, with their top two players being out. I don't know how they improved. I think the Redskins are they are an overrated team at the moment. And I don't think RG3 should win Rookie of the Year. I'll explain that when we come to the Colts game. But yeah, I think the Panthers win this game. I think they're an improved team, seeing that everybody's job is probably on the hot seat. So I think the Panthers come up with the upset win. Next, we have the 5-2 Ravens versus the 2-6 Browns, whose record does not signify that they're that bad. They are a better team than usual. They've been in a lot of close games. The Ravens getting shellacked by the Texans. I don't want to go against the Browns because they're another one under these unpredictable teams, because one week you could see a terrible defense out of them, next week you see an all-pro defense out of them. They did get Joe Hayden back. The Ravens' defense is beat up right now. Brantley's been looking like a good quarterback. Trent Richardson's there. So you know what? I'm going to go with the Browns in this game for the upset win. I think they're improving every week. Trent Richardson is a little bit healthier. He played against the number 2 ranked defense last week and ran all over them. Why can't he do it against the Ravens? I think the defense will show up for the Browns, even though everybody thinks, but they got Joe Hayden, and Joe Flacco hasn't been the early season Joe Flacco, you can say. So I'm going to go with the Browns in this game for the upset. Next, we have my game of the week, the 4-3 Dolphins versus 4-3 Colts. As I said earlier, I will explain why this is the game of the week for me. This is the game of the week for me because both teams are over 500. We did not expect it. Both have rookie quarterbacks. Both under the radar a little bit because of RG3. Do not have talent really surrounded with them. Ryan Tannehill has Reggie Bush. Andrew Luck has Reggie Wayne. While RG3 has a lot of people on his team. He's already got a team built around him. These two players don't. And that's why I think RG3 shouldn't win. Because Andrew Luck is having a better season. He leads the league in yards per pass, which I think is 11. He leads the league in that. He's not leading rookies, leads the league. He has a better QBR, the new rating system they have for QB's efficiency. And his team is 4-3, while the Redskins are 3-5. If RG3 wins the Rookie of the Year, it's gonna be a bit. I don't know. I just think RG3 is overrated right now. and because Andrew Luck's having a better season. And Tannehill's been improving every week. Everybody thought he'd have troubles with, starting off, but he's improved every week, and they're 4-3 with a rookie quarterback too, and an offense that's not really talented outside of one player. But their defense is there. But I'm going with the Colts in this one because I just think Andrew Luck will eat at the Dolphins' weakness on their defense, and that's their secondary. I think, yes, the Dolphins destroyed the Jets last week, but that's the Jets and Mark Sanchez. Are we saying Andrew Luck's like Mark Sanchez? No. But yeah, I think the Colts win it, but just because the Dolphins' pass defense isn't as great as it's been lately. But if Reggie Bush can have a good game and Ryan Tannehill plays, or Matt Moore, it doesn't matter. They're both good. If they can, score, keep up the pace with Andrew Luck, I believe, it'll be a close game. But I'm going to take the Colts because I think Andrew Luck is smart enough to pick apart that defense. So, Colts, as I said. And now for the game I really don't want to talk about. 3-4 Buffalo Bills versus 6-1 Texans. Kind of a... You gotta think the Texans are kind of looking at next week's game against the Bears. Like, they're thinking the Bills might be a threat. I think that's the Bills' only chance, is the Texans kind of just overlook them. But I'm gonna take the Texans because I don't really need to explain it, do I? I don't want to. So yeah, I'm gonna pick the Texans. I hope I'm wrong. Probably not, but I hope I am. Next game we have the 5-3 Vikings versus the 4-4 Seahawks. Seahawks losing at the last second last week against the Lions. Vikings getting destroyed by Doug Martin. This is a tough one. This game is another interesting one. Vikings, Adrian Peterson should be considered comeback player of the year. I don't know why Peyton Manning is even considered for it, or should be beating Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson's coming off a torn ACL. Wasn't even expected to play till probably this point of the season. Starts week 1 and leads the league in rushing. Seahawks got Marshawn Lynch, leads the league second in rushing. Vikings have Percy Harvin. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I think their special teams and defense will win this because they have a lot of touchdowns scored between those two. I think Russell Wilson could make some mistakes here, and Jared Allen might, and Brian Robinson might break that offensive line apart. So I think the Vikings sneak away with this one. I would be surprised if the Seahawks win it, but they gotta limit turnovers because that's what the Vikings defense does. Next, we have a 3-4 Buccaneers surprising 3-4 Raiders. Both teams kind of under the radar. Raiders, they're really good against the run. Everybody thought they weren't going to be. The pass defense is a little bit better. They've been close to a lot of games. They're a pretty surprising team. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers, though. Even though they lost Carl Nicks, they traded Tobik away, who wasn't going to play this week anyways. I think Doug Martin will have another good game. I think Josh Freeman is improving every week. So I'm going to go with the Buccaneers in this game. The only way you see the Raiders winning this is the Buccaneers secondary is torn apart right now. Eric Wright might not play. They really like the Raiders secondary. I think whoever has the better pass game wins this game. I think the Buccaneers will because he has more receiver type players. Vincent Jackson, Mike Williams, what's his face? Dallas Clark, Doug Martin. He has more weapons on the offense than Carson Palmer, which you could say, oh, he's got Hayward Bay, Denarius Moore, but Hayward Bay is a deep threat. Denarius Moore is kind of like a slot receiver. So the Buccaneers are the more fit offense, and they're playing a terrible secondary. So now we're going to run out a little bit of time here. We've got 3 games to predict. I'm going to kind of speed rush them, give a little bit behind them. See, the Steelers versus the Giants. I think the Steelers win it. I think the Giants secondary is not up to par, and Big Ben's having his best season, only throwing 3 interceptions this year. I think he'll have another good game against the Giants. I think the Steelers win. 7-0 Cowboys versus, not the Cowboys, 7-0 Falcons versus the 3-4 Cowboys. DeMarco Murray looks like he's not going to play. I'm going to take the Cowboys in this. I think the Falcons' defense is overrated at this point. Their run defense is terrible. I think the Cowboys defense will limit the Falcons offense, and I think the Cowboys win. Next, we have 3-4 Eagles versus 2-5 Saints. I think the Saints win this game because it is a must-win. I think the Eagles will keep it close, and Andy Reid will probably lose his job after this game. Either get fired then or not, or after the season. I don't think Michael Vick is the problem on that team, and he better not get benched. So I'm going to say the 2-5 Saints win, and that is it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. All the links are below, and I hope to see you next week.